amount from our bank account, and it has never failed for going to 9 years now, over 8 years. And as we grow in business, we kept increasing the amount they take from our account on a daily basis. These are secrets that even some of our close mentees might not know. But because we are now built a product to solve that pain point, we are free to share it right now. We have acquired a lot of assets. We have an hotel in Ibejuleki. The value is over ₦1 billion. When we were going to buy it, if we tell you how much we bought, way below the value today. But when we were going to buy, the opportunity came. Thank God it met savings with us. We took from it and we bought. Now let me come back to the technology I'm talking about. If you now have access to a platform like that can help you automate your business savings. Because if you go on App Store or the, the other store, Android, you see two PettySafe Geniuses app there. There is Genius by PettySafe, and there is Genius Business. So if you're a business person here, please download Genius Business. I'll come and tell you more benefits about Genius later. So leverage technology. The final one is systems, and she already mentioned it, talking about structures. Every business that will not fall along the line must have the right systems. System saves you time, energy, and money. SYSTEM. You save yourself time, energy, and money. And what it simply means is that you are structuring for growth. You are not waiting until the business grows before you put structure in place. Today, you are just 2 or 3 people in that business. You should structure for a time when you will be 50, when you will be 100, and when you will employ 1,000 people. If those plans are not there from the beginning, there is no way you'll be able to make the kind of money that will help you save. And if you are not saving, just like Wiseman has said, you are not saved. Thank you.
And one of our mentors will always say that if your business does not have structure, you will rupture.
Wise man. Thank
If
you.
it doesn't have structure, it doesn't have future.
If you don't have structure, no future.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Dr. Lawrence. You mentioned 4 cogent points: leadership, people, technology, and system. Fantastic. Thank you so much, sir. So we'll go straight to the MD of PretSafe Microfinance Bank. As the MD of a digital-first microfinance bank, how do you assess creditworthiness among informal businesses or first-time borrowers?
Thank you very much. So in the business of lending, we take risk, right? So we deal with shareholders' money, and we lend to individual businesses. So for me to, avail you loan, it must be for a particular reason, and it must be for a venture that generates revenue, right? So we don't deal startups. So we say experience is the best teacher, right? So you must have burned your fingers several times, and you must have been successful in the business that you are doing before I can avail you credit. So that's one. Then secondly, too, in lending businesses, leveraging on technologies and other platforms, we have platforms where I think that's one thing I'll give to our former president. I think that a parting gift that helps lending businesses, banking, Goodluck Jonathan, BVN, he introduced that before he left. So putting your BVN on credit bureau platforms, I'll see your credit behavior. So I'm interested in other platforms that you have collected loans and how well you have paid them back before I can give you my own loans. If in reviewing your results, I see where you have been blacklisted or put on watch list, will it be wise for me to give you my own loan? Please answer me. All right. So we have several C's of lending. Part of them is capital, character. So in this C's of lending, you have capital, you are doing very good business. But if you don't have character, I won't lend. So part of it too is collateral, right? You might have a collateral that is like 500,000% of the money I want to lend to you. But there's a way I will, evaluate you and see that you don't have character. In my going to 2 decades of lending, I've seen a man that parked a car that worth over 200% of the loan we availed him. We call it collateral lending, right? And we didn't know that the man was traveling out years back. So that's a character issue. So these are the things I will look at. Then, for example, if I'm also dealing with an individual that owns a business, I have platforms that I can also check your spending habits, right? If you are the type that spend on those things. There was a time I listened to Dr. Olumide's Emmanuel. Maybe we want to give him a round of applause again for the last time. He said that, is there any law that guides that you must eat 3 times a day? Have you seen it anywhere in the Bible or in the Quran that you must eat 3 times a day? But we made it a culture that I must eat in the morning, afternoon, and dinner. Then I also want to see how you spend. If you spend so much on airtime and data, and you are not generating income, I can't avail you loans. So you must be spending on things that generates money. What gives you the ability to pay back my loan is the extra that you make on that capital that you invest in your business. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I think it really mentioned some very important things that we need to look out for as business owners, as individuals looking out to, go out there to take on loans. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, so wise man, please. I think I just want to bring in this question. As a business owner, what would you say is the kind of mindset I should have towards credit, towards loan?
Okay, I'm going to describe it this way. Just like the Olumide Emmanuel, that when you are preparing a document, I think this came from a lawyer, that when you are preparing a document, your mind should be in court. All right? That if this transaction or this documentation I'm doing is presented in the court, what will be its fate? So the same thing is applicable when you want to take loan. Don't think like the person who wants to take loan. Think like the bank manager. Think like the MD. You've had the MD now. What I would do, even if you have bad records, you want to look at the thing said. Okay, even if you have bad records, you didn't have things put in place. You want to look at, okay, these things that he has said, how can I work with the bank to fix them? So don't say because you don't have it, you don't want to approach the bank. Approach the bank. One of the things that the financial institution can do for you is to help package you. They're not going to do anything shady. It's to help you know the things you need to do so that you can qualify for lending. So don't run away from lending. See, let me tell you something. The richest people in this world are borrowers. The richest people in the world are borrowers. If you don't know how to borrow, you will be poor for a very long time. What the poor gets is what we call bad debt. What the rich get is called good debt. The rich get leverage, while the poor gets bondage. Good debt leads to leverage, bad debt leads to bondage. So as a business, I want the MD to be my best friend. MD, how can I access loan? MD will tell me. From the word go, I start putting up those structures. So that when I appear before the MD, he has no excuse but to give me my loan. But what we see today is that you have gone ahead to bastardize your business. You now present it before the bank say no, you now say the banks are not good people, they are not giving people loan, they want you to go and bring your father said and your mother said, before encore, because people have carried bank money and they have run away with it. Somebody wants to travel abroad, he goes to borrow money from bank, knowing fully whether he's not coming back, he wants to declare asylum, mujakpa, and he collects money from a bank to do that. So the bank has also lent. So I advise, whether you are an individual or a business, the first thing you need to do is to get close to the bank. Today, you need to get this man as your friend, the bank MD, to say, come, let's work together. I may not be qualified today, but let's work together in the next 3 to 6 months to get me qualified, because you need those money to leverage. There was a woman in the Bible, you know me, I'm not apologetic, I'm a Christian. There was a woman in the Bible who had a problem. The problem she had was that she was married to a prophet who didn't have money. The prophet went to borrow money, used his 2 children as collateral. The time when the prophet died, the lenders came and said, give us our money. She could not provide the money. They said, we'll take your 2 children. She was crying. She went to the prophet and she was even accusing the prophet. He said, look at, it is your sons of prophet. The son of prophet is one that died though. Look at what is happening. And one of the things that the prophet asked her was, what do you have in your house? He said, do this, do this, do this. After he was done, he said, go and borrow vessels. Don't borrow a few. He warned her. The reason why you are poor is that the money you are borrowing is too small. The money you are borrowing is too small. I have said this before now, that a man borrows 1 million and did not pay. Bank used police to arrest him. Somebody has borrowed 10 billion and did not pay. They invited him for a chat, gave him tea or coffee. You are not borrowing enough. One of the greatest skills you should have as a business person is to learn how to borrow money. There are money everywhere. Borrow as much as you can borrow, but learn what to do with the money so that you will not get into bondage as against leverage. So as a business, go to school, go and learn borrowing. Become friends with the MD of the bank. Learn borrowing today, and you'll thank us later. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wise
all
Man.
right, yeah, I'm sorry. To support what Wise Man has said, I'm a Christian too, just like him, so I'll be a bit scriptural. So when I go to churches, and I maybe vigils at times once in a while, I see people praying to God that God should help me pay my debts. So debt is not a cause. Like he said, the richest man in Africa today is our own Dangote, right?
He's the greatest debtor.
He's the greatest debtor. So there was a time I read about Jimoh Ibrahim. So Jimoh Ibrahim will tell you the size of his wealth, that is credit. Because they have good credit behavior, bank will come together and consolidate loans to them, right? But don't borrow beyond your capacity. Don't borrow beyond what your business can pay back. Even as salary earners, we put a lot of pressures on what we receive as salary. You put a lot of pressures on what you get as profit on your business. So that is why it becomes an issue that, is my, what's it called? My mother-in-law, whatever that is doing me. But it's because you have over-borrowed beyond your capacity. So borrowing is not a cost, but you must borrow for a cause that generates income, that make more revenue for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Wise Man, as well. I think that was a very powerful answer, because we are beginning to see that an average Nigerian feels like loan is, or credit is something to be run away from it. And that is a very wrong status quo that people have had over time. Thank you very much, sir, for speaking to that. All right, to our able Mrs. Damilola Hassan. Now, Genius is democratizing business savings for both formal and informal businesses and making it easy for them to build wealth and, in turn, their creditworthiness. How will this impact the long-term success of Nigerian businesses? So now we're looking at long-term successes. Haven't begun this credit and savings habits?
I mean, the first problem that you're solving here with Genius and I mean with other platforms available is that we're helping people to have a different mindset to savings and to credit. And it starts with the mind. We've been saying that all along this morning. What's your understanding of savings? What's your understanding of credit? Do you really know that you can leverage these resources to build something great for yourself? So it's a right move, and making it available to people, providing the information that people need to have to access it is also very, very critical. I was reading something, a report, a PwC report, and it was talking about that we have just about, out of the total population of savers in Nigeria, we have just about 27% of this set of people who save through formal institutions. Now, I didn't say 27% of adults save through formal institutions. I said 27% of savers save through formal institutions. So what are the 73% doing? They are saving, but they are not saving through formal institutions. So what does that tell you? People, if I ask you now, how many people here, you save through, I bring 1,000, this person brings 2,000, this, you know what we call it, ajo, susu, just by quickly wave it and put it down before they will see you. If you do those sort of informal savings, or you've ever done it before, I mean, yes, I did it years back. But do you know it's good if all things being equal, but we know that all things are never equal.
Never equal.
They are never equal. So 73% of savers are not saving through a formal institution. So what that means is that there's a huge potential for Genius and every other app to tap into, because you can formalize their approach. So that's 73% out there. You can formalize what they do. You can, like Wiseman has said it earlier, as a business, what is your growth projection? Do you have the resources as of today to take you to where you're going to? Probably not. So what leverages are you taking advantage of? It's important that you look at what you have and see who can give you what you don't have, so that you can have the results that you need. A billionaire just walked into the room now.
Put your hands together for Dr. Cosmos Maduka.
So, in a nutshell, providing the knowledge, providing access, providing, the information that people need, and enabling them is what has been done already. So the rest is left for you and I to take advantage of, whether as an individual or as a business, so that you can achieve that growth, attain, those projections. It's not just numbers, it's not just rhetorics. You must take measures, be intentional about achieving those numbers, and leverage all of these platforms, to get it done. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, in rounding up this session, in 1 minute, we'd like to have your final advice to businesses, financial enthusiasts, regarding building an healthy business saving culture to grow their businesses or improve their lifestyle, starting from Dr. Sunday.
Yeah, so much has been said. Please join me as we welcome amiable Dr. Cosmas Maduka. Thank you very much, sir. We are so honored to have you. Thank you so much. It took us so much to get him to be here. Our mentor played a major role, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. He's so busy. That's why we're going to cut short this, quickly do some housekeeping so we can have him come up. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. Make the right decisions. That's all I have to say for now. Very important. You see, so much has been said, and you still hear more. The right decisions puts you in the right places. Most of the time, we hear things and we just get excited about all the quotes and all the, what do you do with those information that comes to you? So much has been said about savings, about investment, about leveraging the credit system to grow your business. But will you live here without making that decision? I leave you to answer the question. Thank you.
Thank you. I will just quickly quote my favorite Chinese proverb. You know, it says that, I think I should learn how to say that proverb in Mandarin. But in English, it says, the best time to plant a bamboo tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is now.
Awesome.
Do what you need to do. Thank you.
Okay. I need to plant some bamboo tree today. All right. You see, much has been said, but you see, 1,000 good intentions is not as powerful as one action. If you live here today and you hear everything and you never take action, then there will be no reaction and you will not have any outcome. So take action. Even if we tell you 20 things today, even if it's one that you can take action on, take action today. Thank you.
Awesome.
So my parting word will be that it takes a disciplined mind to save extra of what you earn. And savings, you know, makes you more secured. It increases your assets. It increases your value. And you'll grow more economically. So for you to save and increase your assets makes you more secured. Just like we have been saying since, go to Play Store and iOS and download our Genius app and start saving. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Saz and Mar. As we leave, please do well to download the Genius.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we appreciate all our panelists as weekly taking pictures? And I want to respectfully invite, now that we're here, we don't know who will have opportunity, Dr. Cosmas Maduka to just join us on stage. Can we please put your hand together for our guests? Can we please put your hand, yes, I would just like you to please join us. Can we please put your hand together for Dr. Cosmas Maduka, CON, the founder, president, and chairman of the Church Group. Let's celebrate him, please. He would have to be in the middle because the money that he has, Allah shall no one. But beyond the money, the impact that matters. A story, I hope you're ready for him today. It takes his time. So let's celebrate him once again. Thank you. And this is for the media. We'd like to quickly invite. No, sir. You want to take a picture with the Pertinence? Yes. They want to take advantage of that, sir. Thanks, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Let's appreciate him. He will come up shortly. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you, sir. Right away, we'll be bringing him. Okay. While he gets settled, we'll like to quickly, I hope he was wanted so far. Remember, they keep emphasizing on the word savings. They keep emphasizing on the word savings. In the next few minutes, we'll invite back on the stage Dr. Sunday Olonsheyi. I hear that the overflow is also full. Can we please put your hand together for everyone that has participated so far? Thank you. We're going to make it as swift as possible. We'll bring up Dr. Sunday Olonsheyi to quickly share with us some good news. And then after that, I think he will be the one to introduce, yeah? Dr. Olonsheyi will just be the one to introduce our sponsor, our keynote speaker. Yeah.
All right. Good afternoon again, Lagos. I hope so far it's been interesting, right? If it can come up, yeah, no problem. Okay, I'll just do some housekeeping, suspend my speech, so we can have Dr. Cosmas Maduka come up. We have a bank, Pertinence Microfinance Bank. Feel free to talk to them. There's a stand out there. You can open a bank account. It has, what's it called? ATM card. And for those of us that do business too, this is POS machine. Yeah, we have POS, right? You can pick it up. And I think for now, I don't know how many they have to give for free. But I know for now, we are issuing POS for free. I asked the bank MD. No, even the POS, yeah, but you must be doing good business, right? So you can get our POS for free, and you can get ATM card when you open bank account. Apart from that, you can use our internet banking. You can also download the app. We also have the app on Play Store, on App Store. Very important. Mr. Wisdom talked about some offers that we have, but while we were seated there, both of us made a decision. This is almost 15 years that we've been partners. No itches. He has told you earlier, he's Igbo. I was going to say he's Yoruba. You see, we have entered ourselves. He's Igbo, I'm Yoruba, and for almost 15 years, we've been together, no dent, no stain. With the grace of God, we are here today. And part of celebrating our anniversary together, we have said we also want to open a location for people that want to buy a property and you are still at that level where you can afford the 50 million and co that we are selling. So there is a project with which you can just pay 100,000 monthly and you pay through 24 months. The value of the property even right now is 3 million. If you are buying outright, it's cheap, of course, is in the outskirts of Lagos. But remember, the city today was the what? The bush or the forest of yesterday. What you call a far location today, tomorrow will be the expensive one. Your first property does not have to be your dream property. Start now. So you might want to go to the stand, tell them you want to buy Eden. The place is in E4, Coca in E4. It's well developed. You get instant allocation when you buy, even with the deposit of 100,000. That's how flexible. Yeah. You get instant allocation. But mind you, you must complete the payment, paying monthly. For those that want to pay outright, you don't want to wait long. With 2 million naira, you get it. Right now, there's a World Bank assisted project that is constructing the road passing right in front of the land. It's been long I went to those axes. But because I want to be sure of what I'm telling you about today, I went there on Tuesday. And I saw for myself the road construction. It's massive. So take advantage of it. With 100,000, you have keyed in, and you have a plot of land. We gave you several flyers. Please look at them. One of those information will jump at you. Anyone that jumps at you, that's your own opportunity. It's as simple as that. You see, when it comes to taking advantage of opportunities, when those opportunities jumps at you and you don't have the resources right now, maybe it isn't your opportunity. But anytime opportunity jumps at you and you look around and you can create the resources, because the situation is not always that you cannot afford it. You are not asking the right questions. If you ask yourself, how, rather than say, I can't, say, how can I afford it? Something inside of you will spark up and begin to search for ways for you to be able to afford it. So look at all of those flyers, and whatever jumps at you, whether it is investing in property abroad or locally, we've got you covered. Today, the major product that we are presenting to you is Genius by PertiSave. We've introduced the bank to you, fully licensed by the central bank and also by the NDIC. Now, because it's not just a bank with 4 walls, we have digitized it such that regardless of where you are, right now I know following this event we have not less than 10,000 people. This auditorium is filled up and down. The overflow is filled. People can't sit anywhere. And on YouTube, people are following. Regardless of where you are watching from the UK, Canada, the US, wherever, China, Qatar, or Egypt, wherever you are right now watching us, you can just go to your iOS or your Android store, look out for Genius by Pertinence. Download it. If you are a business person, download also Genius Business. And I will explain why you need Genius Business. Genius will solve 3 problems for us majorly. We have only emphasized one since this event started. I will quickly talk about the other 2. The first one is it will help you automate savings. We have shared our own testimony of how that in the last 8 to 9 years, we have acquired so much assets because we decided to start saving a fraction of every income that comes into our business or that came into our business. And when we put the savings together, opportunity shows up, we take advantage of it. What we did is we introduced a tax regime for ourselves. You know, the way as an employee, before your salary gets to you, the tax has been taken, the pension has been taken. So when you are planning, you are not planning with that part of your income. That was what we did for our business. We ran business as though that fraction of income does not exist. So when money comes into our account, it's taken. That fraction has enabled us to do the little we have been able to do. And for those that know the little, you understand what I'm talking about. So I want to encourage you, as a business person, ensure you download Genius Business. And this is how it works. You will automate every income that comes into your business. So as you sell on a daily basis, let's say you are a small business, an SME that does groceries, or even your POS business, or you have a barber's shop, you are a organizer, or let's move away, you are a real estate company just coming up, or you are even up there, regardless of your status or the level you are in business. All you are doing is saying, I need Genius app to auto-save minimum of 1% of my revenue. So every money that comes into your business, as it's coming in automatically. So when Wiseman was saying you don't need to be disciplined, Genius has helped you become disciplined. Because as the money is coming in, minimum 1% of it is saved. And you can decide to save it for 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. But the beauty of it is that you are not just saving without interest. The one we did for many years was without interest. We only told Zenith, GT, and Diamond. They take the money every day, and they weren't giving us any interest on it. But this, you are getting interest. Whether you are doing for 30 or 60, or whether you're doing minimum of 90 days, right, to 120 or 360 days, you are getting interest on the money. As an individual, you can do the same thing through the Genius by Pertinence. That's the app for individuals. So I want you to be able to separate it. Now, the second thing we did not talk about is that Genius is also trying to revolutionize the way credit is done in Nigeria. Now, we live in different worlds, and we have opportunity to have interacted with the credit system. I have credit system running for me in Canada. I have running for me in the United States. And I know how it has helped in wealth creation. I have line of credit, and I have credit cards. It makes life very easy if you are disciplined. You know, you have been told credit itself is not a cause if you use it for the right cause. Debt can be a bondage or a leverage. You must know how to use it. So what we want to do, what is unique about the credit we are giving you on Pertinence or Genius by Pertinence is that it is revolving credit, interest-free for 30 days. Did you hear that? Interest-free for 30 days. That's how credit system runs in most developed climes. The first 30 days, so long you use the money and you pay back within the 30-day cycle, you're going to be getting it interest-free. Of course, not everybody might qualify for it. So you see, when they were talking about character earlier, a number of things will be checked. You need to know right here as you are seated that if you are interacting with the banking sector in Nigeria, you have a credit score. And your behavior as a user of credit is being monitored. So those factors will come to play. And anyone that onboards on Genius, if you qualify for the credit, you will be pre-approved. So it means you get a notification on your app that you have been approved for X amount. That amount, if you spend from it, all you need to do is pay back as at when due within a cycle of 30 days. So let me paint an example. You are a salary earner, and maybe around mid-time of the month, you needed some money. The normal thing you will do will be to call your friend and say, or your brother, your sister, can you borrow me some 10K there, 20K, I'll pay you back at the end of the month. But what Genius is saying is, don't lose your respect because you want to borrow 10K. You have access to credit on Genius app. Use it. When you get your salary, just pay it back. It's as simple as that. Just like for the savings, you don't need to wait until you can save 50,000 a day. Even if it's 500 naira, if you do it consistently, in 6 months you have 90,000. And that 90,000 comes with interest on it. So Genius will also be giving credits to people that qualify. You don't even need to apply. We will pre-approve you and you will see it on your platform if you qualify for it. But for those that want loan proper, you are a business person, you want loan, that will go through the normal administrative process with the bank. You can apply through Genius, but we'll transfer the application to the bank. The bank will undo it and give you loan. The third and the biggest one for us, we might be starting small with this, but it's going to become big. If you're a business person here, let me tell you the biggest thing for you on Genius. We have a marketplace on that app where users of credit and business people can coexist. So with the marketplace, you download the app for free, you onboard for free. We are not charging you for onboarding. So when you onboard, upload your products there. Mind you, we have thousands and it will become millions of people in the future that we have put money in their hand in form of credit. When they want to spend, all they need to do within that app, they will go to the marketplace. And under categories, check for who and whose business you have there. What we did is we designed it by location. So you are able to find the one closest to where you are, in case if you even want to walk in to buy, for those that don't believe in online shopping. But if you want them to deliver, all of those has been taken care in-app. And buy in-app there. So for the business people, you can see that we have also created a platform to help you sell. We don't just want your savings. We're also interested in helping your business grow just by you being a part of the Genius community. So the person that has credit meets with the person that has products to sell on the app. Let me tell you a beautiful thing. If you are shopping in-app as a Genius customer, there is provision for cashback. Yes, you heard me right. There is provision for cashback. A certain fraction, it might be small, of whatever shopping you did will be paid back to you as cashback. It's been accumulated over every quarter or 6 months, then it's credited into your account. So let me give you an example. Normally, you want to buy a pack of Indomie, and you go to a store that is not on Genius. You buy that pack of Indomie for 10,000 for the carton. But if you are shopping on Genius app, even if you are buying for the same 10,000, maybe 100 naira, because that's the plan, 1% cashback. 100 naira of that 10,000 comes back as credit to you that you can use at another time. At least you can buy, I know 100 naira can buy, even if you spare water. Nigeria is so good now. But imagine if you have accumulated purchases and you keep getting 1% cash back, what it can do for you. Do you want me to tell you more benefits on Genius? There are more. It's a robust application we have built. Functioning, working. That's why you need to download that app today. Now, more benefits for the business owners. Like I said, you don't need to pay to be on the platform. Every time money comes into your business, we help you save a minimum 1%. You will be the one to set it. You can set 5%. You can set 10%. It depends on the nature of your business and your margin. For example, for someone that is into intellectual property or consulting, maybe your cost of production is just 30%. So it means you have a margin of 70%. You can decide to save 20% of what comes in. But you know the woman selling groceries, that margin is not more than maybe 10% on each item. That person might not be able to save up to 10%. The person can just set 1%. And from that time forward, you keep getting it. Let me tell you the final benefits. If you are here and you are a wealth creation agent, you must be wealthy first for you to create wealth for other people. At least be wealthy inside, then the wealth outside will come. But you need to take action. With Genius, we have what we call Genius agents. If you become an agent of Genius, this one is big. Okay? Right now, for everyone you refer, if you download Genius app, just go to your profile. There is a referral link there. If you use that referral link and you share it with a business, and the business onboards on Genius, right now, at least for the next 30 days, for everyone that refers somebody to onboard on Genius, it's 2,000 naira for every referral. Yeah, you can clap if you want to clap. Please feel free. Every business, if you refer a business, right? And the business completes the onboarding and sets a percentage, even if it's just 1% of their daily sales, you get 2,000. But you can also refer individuals. So if you refer individuals, for now, we can only afford to do 200 naira for every individual. So the way we are here right now, if you refer 50 people within this hall, 200 naira by 50. Imagine if you refer 1,000 people, 5,000. But this is because the app is just launching. That is part of our marketing budget that we are using to reward you. That same money can be spent on adverts, on TV, on radio, everywhere. But we want people to feel Genius. Make them know that it's real. It's not just some people on TV that don't know. Someone that you know is telling you about it, and we are rewarding that person for doing it. So if you want to be a part of our agent, simple. You have a referral code. Click on it. In the future, we're going to have super agents. There is an app for them separately. But we want to see the agents that are extraordinary. If you outperform others, then we'll move you to become a super agent, and you can continue to benefit. But let me tell you something. Should I mention one more benefit before I go? Now, every business that you refer and joins the community of Genius and they start saving, every time we want to pay them their return on investment, for every 5% we pay them, we pay you 1%. Yeah, you heard me right. If you are an agent, so let me give you an example. You onboard Just Right. Just Right has chains of store across Lagos and maybe beyond Lagos. They are in Ogun State. I don't know of other parts of Nigeria. And Just Right decided to say, okay, we want to partner with Genius. We will save just 1% of what we sell on daily basis. Maybe we want to use that because as business owners, save for different reasons. It could be for emergency funds. It could be to even pay yourself. There are many small business people here. You don't know how to pay yourself. That could just be the avenue to pay yourself. So much comes in and you say you don't know where it has gone to. It's as simple as that. You can use it as a process to pay yourself. Or you want to use it to acquire assets. Whatever you want to use it to do. Now, Just Right is saving that much. Maybe at the end of 1 year, what they have with us is maybe 3 billion. You know, they are a big business. And you were the one that onboarded them. as we are paying them 5% of 3 billion as interest on their money, we are paying you 1%. Should I shock you? So long you continue to be an agent, you keep earning that money for life. It's as simple as that. So long you continue to be an agent, you keep earning that money for life. For us, that is part of the cost of marketing that we have structured into the business. At this point, okay. You said what? We have video introduction. Wow, I can't wait to have Dr. Cosmas Maduka come on board. Okay. If you have not downloaded, okay, that's it. We have the QR code for Genius. Whether you are doing Genius business or Genius by PettySave, which is for individual customers. Like I said, I can't wait to have Dr. Cosmas Maduka come. I believe we're going to be having a video introduction and we'll have him come up. Please help me celebrate my business partner again, Mr. Wisdom Ezekiel. It's been so amazing. God bless you. Thank you so much. I love you from the depth of my heart. We have been doing this for 6 years as in World Summit. We will do it for 20 years by the grace of God. If Jesus tarries, 40 years, 50 years, World Summit will continue to host. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dr. Sunday Olonse. At this time, the next verse will begin. After this will be with that of Dr. Cosmas Maduka, CON. Are you ready? DJ, please help us with the introduction. Volume, please. You want to start again? Everything they are saying there is that it started small. Ladies and gentlemen, while we're doing this, I think we can quickly bring him up. He needs the introduction. Does Dr. Cosmas Maduka need an introduction? Please put your hands together for the first time of the World Summit 2025 for Dr. Cosmas Maduka, CON, the founder and president of the chairman of Kuskarit Group, a man that has impacted not only in Nigeria, but global. Please put your hands together for Dr. Cosmas Maduka. Thank you.
God bless you all. Please take the comfort of your seat. I want to thank the organizers of this event for bringing me here today. It's humbling for me to see a hall packed up like this, full of young men and women who are interested and aspiring for greatness and success in life. Let me start by saying, no, I have not met one individual that truly desired to succeed that have not succeeded. It's a different thing to say, I want something just by wishing so and hoping so, but you have no plan for it. And if you didn't hear anything from what I'm saying today, you can make a note now and tweet to somebody that Dr. Cosmas Maduka said that hope is not a strategy. The greatest enemy of faith is hope. Hope will say, yes, I hope I will be okay. I hope God says I will prosper. I hope God say my life will be better. But you keep on shifting the goalposts. But we are talking about what is possible now. God built a success in each and every one of us. And if we follow the principle of his word, we will succeed. Before I get into my exposition this morning, let me deal with that matter of real estate. You know, a lot of people said, why must we put money in real estate? If you want to know, the only estate that is real in life is property. Every other one is not. And the only thing God gave to his children was land. He never gave them a cloth. He never gave them a car. He never gave them a shoe. But what they cannot earn themselves is property. So he provided their land. So when Adam was created, he put him in the garden and asked him to keep it and dress it and protect it. The war in Paris or all over the world today is about property. So young men and women, when you earn money, don't be in a hurry to buy a beautiful tie, buy a beautiful shoe and car. If you are a married man, keep some money apart and put it in a real estate. Because Bible says, a righteous man leaveth wealth for his children and children's children. Your children, grandchildren will not inherit your tie, your shoe, or your car. If you don't put money in a real estate, you will end up not being a wicked man. You are not righteous if you don't leave anything for your children. Back to the story why I'm here. The Koschari story, wealth principle for Africa entrepreneur. Now I would like my slides to come up, please, if you have it. I hope we will not be disappointed like we did before, because I want the people to benefit. Can we have it, the media guys? Charity, did they have it? Yeah, but it's not coming up because it's eating into my time. I was so pleased that the video refused to play to introduce me, because those of us who didn't go to school, if you want to introduce us, they start making story. He used to preach in the street. He was very wealthy. He has done this. He had done that, to back up the thing. If those who went to school, they just tell you he has master's degree in business administration, BSc in this, that. Very simple. But when you start introducing us, you have to package it and, build it up and massage it. So sometimes it takes 45 minutes to introduce us. I went to somewhere, they were trying to do, they said, Dr. Madeka walked from Onitsha to Lagos by foot. I say, I'm getting a different version of myself. Each time I go to a place, I hear another Madeka that I can't remember if I knew the person. Okay, if it's not working, I'll go ahead anyhow. But it would have been nice if you can share with it. I don't know if I can get any message to wait or to progress. Okay. My idea was to have shown you the 7 wealth principles I've created for African entrepreneurs based on experience, because the person talking to you is not talking from intellectual capacity. I want to talk very practical things that we have done, supporting those early statements I've made that hope is not a strategy, and you cannot, plan. You can't make progress without plan. Before we talk about Koscharis, let me talk about the man behind the Koscharis. I'm moving on now. If you get it, we can go back and freak it. Who is Dr. Cosmas Madeka? I had wanted to show a video of the young man with third grade education I described as a legend with standard 3 English education, which proved that impact does not always come from perfect grammar. So, yes, I had the opportunity to speak on a Trinity University on their 3rd or 4th graduation ceremony, and I took a topic that almost confused the graduating student when I said that success is not degree. So they were wondering, so why did we waste time here? What are we celebrating? So it was like a paradox. But in reality, success is not a degree. Because there are many that are first in class, but they are not first in life. And that's why you must separate both of them. So today is not about intellectual talk. It's about principles and practical things that one need to do to lead him to success. So the clip is not working, but I have shared to show the legend who I have met in life. And in my humble opinion, that show that achievement that speak louder than English. Today, we operate business from a humble beginning of 200 naira in 1976 in 5 different continents of the world. I want you to give me your undivided attention, because many of you have good reasons why you should not be successful in life. Yes. People are there to prove to you that you have better position than them. Your situation has not been as worse as their own. Therefore, you are excused if you succeed. But all the argument you have made to show your right to be poor has not improved your life. You are still poor anyhow. So what is the essence of arguing that? Because nothing is going to be different in your life until you decide to be different. I'll get to it. We operate business today in 5 continents of the world, and that is North America, South America, Europe, Africa, and Asia. And then in Africa, we don't do business only in Nigeria. 30 years ago, we moved into Ghana. We are in Ivory Coast. We are in Côte d'Ivoire. We are in Sierra Leone. In Asia, we have a company in Japan. You know, all of these are life dreams that became a reality. The company has established strategic alliance with leading global multinationals. My slide is not up, but in 1998, our first automobile partner was BMW. We have been with them for about 27 years now. They signed us on in 1998. And 2 years ago, they sent us a big certificate for 25 years excellent relationship. When BMW signed us on, I told them to give me 5 years to judge me. But we are going to set a standard by which other automobile industry in Nigeria will be judged. It's a bold statement. We did it well. Land Rover signed us on. Jaguar signed us on. Rolls-Royce signed us on. Renault signed us on. Ford signed us on. Ford Truck signed us on. Geely signed us on. Enos signed us on. Mini signed us on. And today we have about 10 different brands of automobile, and 4 of them are top of the luxurious segment. Some of our competitors have been here for 50 years, but under our first 5 years, we outsold them. We became not just a segment leader, but a market leader on every segment. The story I want to share with you today is a story of a journey, of a voyage. If you are going on a journey with somebody and the person is 20 steps ahead of you, if you take 1 step, you take another step, how are you going to catch up with him? In another 20 years, each step you take 1, he's going to be your leader. But you have to do, okay, fine. Okay, my slide finally come back. Okay, can you go back? I'll run them quickly. Go back. Go back from the beginning if you are already back. Yes, go 1 more step back. 1 more back. 1 more back. Okay, maybe we can stand here. The Koschari story, wealth principle for Africa entrepreneur. Next one. Before we talk about the Koscharis, let's talk about the man behind the Koscharis. Yes? Move on. Okay, I needed to have shown you a young man that lost his father at the tender age of 4. I was 4 years with no formal education. Every one of you sitting here today have better right to be successful than me, because I've never been in a 4-corner wall they call school beyond 3rd grade. But my personal belief is that everywhere you have been in life is a school. It's a question of whether you have attitude to learn or not. Even this morning you are in a school. But if you have wrong attitude, nobody can help you, because your attitude is your best friend or your worst enemy. So, this young man lost his father at tender age of 4 and had a godly mother who looked at him at the age of 4 and looked him straight into the eyes and inspire his son to believe in himself and believe in God, and told me that no door will close before me and that people like me and that I'm a likable fellow. You can make a note that I said that confidence is everything. You are the first believer of yourself. Nobody will believe you better than the belief you have in yourself. These are what makes me live a mystic life. People thought there's something extraordinary about me. Because what you are saying had no meaning to me. I started studying the Bible, and I need to tell you clearly, at the age of 15, I embraced Christ as a young man and committed my life to him, and I started learning principles, which are secrets of life. If you learn principle, you can walk with confidence, because it's a law the manufacturer built in his product that is consistent and inherent and will always deliver. If you read the manual of the manufacturer don't seek opinion of you before he put a law in his product. The person that made this product didn't take your permission to put battery inside. So if you want this ham speaker to speak to you, you put battery on it. Don't say you have faith. Don't say you can pray. Don't say you are a mystic person. If you do anything without putting battery here, it will not deliver a voice for you. You will only frustrate yourself trying to get it to speak. You can get in the spirit and start speaking in tongue. The speaker will tell you, if you have sense, put battery on me. If you put battery, I will deliver your voice to the people. Everything God created, obey him. It's only human being who tries his law. When you learn this principle, you will become a mystic person. People will begin to think there's something extraordinary about you. I am the dumbest person. If English is what they require to make people success, I will be the poorest man on the face of the earth. Because English troubled me. My mother never spoke English to me, spoke vernacular. I was good with addition, mathematics, but the day of dictation, I have to go to school late. Yes, because I struggle with it. You need to see me 40-something years ago when I say it was Worcester. You know, my own English, no dictionary have it. But what is important to me is that the person I'm communicating to is hearing what I'm telling him. Because it's a British man's language. It has no meaning to who I am. But some of you always like to pride yourself. I speak an impeccable English. So what have you achieved with your impeccable English? And some of you may think I'm saying this to support illiteracy. No. I have 5 children, 4 boys and a girl. The young lady between the 4 boys are medical doctor. My first 2 sons read economics. I believe in education. But because I didn't have opportunity for somebody to underwrite the cost of my education, doesn't mean my common sense is useless. No, that sense they call common is not as common as you think. So please listen. I worked for my uncle 5 years, 6 years actually, pro bono. I haven't read the book of Robert Kiyosaki that said, don't work for money, work to learn. But that was the best university I still recommend today for any young man or woman to go. University of Apprenticeship or Mentorship, where you learn unprecedented discipline. Because there's no contractual agreement in that relationship. You got to be at your best behavior, or they bundle you and put you in a motor and send you back to village, and nobody will protest for your case. That's the end of the discussion. So you knew you'd have no chance to mess up. If you learn that that discipline is a prerequisite for success. So I did that. So who is Dr. Cosmas Madek? I've tried to explain to you. He's a legend with standard 3 English. Prove that impact does not always come within perfect grammar. Next step, please. Next. Can you move it up? The thing is slipping again. So I think I should just go because it's pulling me back. Okay. I see something. Okay, I won't pay attention to it again. So we can go. Okay, I've met some regents in the world. That is John Maxwell. One of the person I considered my mentor. I read a lot of his book. Successful people don't take no for answer. They negotiate good business and go for what they want in life. He was one of my inspiration. We shared a platform at Liberty University, I think 2 years ago, Lichtenberg. I asked Kansen, the neurosurgeon, one-time U.S. President Aspara, if your brain gets scattered, he can fix it. In 2011, November edition, Forbes Africa carried me on their cover page, a young man that turned £1 into $500 million under 40 years. Move on. Achievements that speak louder than English. Today we do business in 5 continents. I've tried to explain to you. The companies that has established strategic alliance with leading global manufacturers. These are the brands we represent in automobile. And a lot of people will think I can't do without these brands. But I want to show you the business that gave birth to these brands. That if you see, ask me today, between them and this brand, what do? I will throw all those automobile brands. This is my core business that people don't know. If you drive car in Nigeria, whether you are in Sokoto or you are in Maiduguri or in Aba, you are my customer. You can't drive a car in 1 year and without, we have a product we sell that is in your car. People sell car, but we keep cars on the road. Yes, so our core business is pharmaceutical of automobile. Just the same way you cannot stay in 1 year without taking an analgesic. You can't, if you don't use our engine oil once in a year, you will use our masking tape or plug. There's something we are selling that is in your car. So we don't know who is the president or the vice president of this country. What we want, let there be public holiday. We will know what our share of wealth is in money creation. And this is what I call sustainable business. I have a country that had over 250 million people, and the West Africa, over 350 million market. All you need to do is to develop a product that you can sell for 15 naira for these 350 million people. You are one of the weirdest person in the world because it's a game of number. If you can deliver value that people can relate to and they reward you to it, you create wealth. So these are the things. That's our motor car assembly, Kosharis Motor Assembly. It's located in Aweyaya in Lagos. We started from automobile sales, but today we are in automobile manufacturing. That is our factory there, and that is the cars. Next. This is Koschari's farm. We learned from World Bank that in 50 years, in 2050, Nigeria will be over 500 million people. Today, with under 250 million people, that's the farm. If you're able to see what it is, the way it is in Europe. This is not in Europe. This is in Africa. I'm a local government in Anambra State. So we took a forest that nobody has touched. It cost 1 billion naira to clear this forest. It's located about 3,000 hectares, and take all the trees out, because rice is a wheat that grows on a mud, and prepare this land where it could grow, where it can grow well. Can you put audience on it? Is it possible? If you can, if you can't, I'll speak to it. No problem. Okay, so this is the farm. If you view it from the top, within this farm, total road network is about 200 kilometers. So if you want to visit our farm, you need to spend at least 3 hours maximum, or you better come through helicopter. So this is the silo. We harvest paddy and store them in this silo. From the silo, they go into the mill. This is the milling. And from the mill, we have the finished product that we sell to the market. Nigeria spends over 3 billion naira today to import rice, and over 3 billion to import wheat. So we are in rice value chain agriculture. This is one of the business that generate the highest cash flow in our business. We never have to advertise. We never had any product keeping in the warehouse. People paid money as they are rolling out, they are going. And I will encourage you that if you can get into agriculture, the people that perfect agriculture are the future owner of Nigeria economy. By the time we are 500 million people by 2050, according to World Bank projection, people need to eat food. Even a mad person needs food. Otherwise, his madness will be contained. There are many businesses that are disruption. Nothing will disrupt food. Information technology has not, this is the equipment we have here. First class institution. We put money here, and we've been able to attract international investors who put money in our farm. Because whenever you do anything real, it will call for attention of people. Can we move on? Under our company, Koschari's Group, you have Koschari's Mobility. Koschari's Mobility holds the 6-car rental. In this Koschari's Mobility, we lease cars to company. So if you have a decent business and you can't afford to keep a pool of car in your book, please talk to us. We currently, including Julius Berger, Lafarge, IBTC, different banks, Huawei, we lease them car. We can give you 300, 400, 500 car, whatever we agree. You just pay us the rent every month. You don't need to carry it on your book. We can agree 4 years, we buy the car back, or we repair it and give you a brand new car. So you don't need to carry them. We will find the finance, and Koschari's Mobility will pay Koschari's Motors. Sixth Rental is an European German company that did about 3 or 4 billion euro now in car rental. We represent them here. So you can book our car from them, and you can book car from them, and we will provide you car. Koschari's Technologies, one of the struggling companies under our about 10 subsidiaries, but today is grown 20% year in, year out, and become one of the strongest pillars. Here, we represent all the, high international operators, and including developing our own franchise. First System Refinishes Limited, these are part of the things I'm telling you. You don't call it Koschari's, but that's where we sell paint for automobile, and we repair all the cars. If your car, all these boys bring in Tokumbo car in America, if you want it to look like the way it is made originally, they bring it to us, we skip the car, do everything on it, and paint it with the original paint, Most of the other car dealers will supply them paint. Yes, next one. Achievement that speak louder than English. Yes. Yeah. Because many of you are pursuing degree, but degree is pursuing this third grade education boy. In 2003, the University of Nigeria awarded me doctorate degree on business administration. 3 years after or 2 years after, Afe Babalola awarded me another one, and then Nnamdi Okpala University Agriculture, another awarded me another. So I have about 5 doctorate degrees without passing elementary terrain. So for those of you looking for degree, if you have something to show, you'll get degree. So please give me your undivided attention. I'm just trying to show you what is possible so that you can live here today a different person. I used to own 25% of Access Bank. Yes. And when I joined Access Bank, we are number 89 in Nigeria. And we decided that we are going to be number 1 in assets, and we have achieved it. So I was a chairman of the credit committee for 12 years. I was also a director in Garden Express Bank and Spring Bank PLC before I retired. I served 12 years in those places and quit. What I have is seven what do you call it? I have 7 success stories. That's my formula of 7 steps. 7 steps of success is what I'm going to show. So please pay attention. Number 1 is self-belief, which I've talked to you about it. Nobody will believe you if you don't believe in yourself. During COVID, they tell you to stay 5-7 minutes away from people. Otherwise, you want to be infected. So if you want to be successful, stay close to successful people so that they can infect you with the disease they have. But I'm going to tell you it's not easy to stay close to them. Can we go back there? Yeah. You have plan. You have plans. You can't just open your mouth and say, I want to be successful. How? If you are serious, it's not something you discuss with your father or mother or wife or children. Your analytic thinking will kick in and ask you how. There's no goal that you can set for yourself that is unsurmountable. No mountain that is too extreme, and no hill that is unattainable. At first, it's like a castle in the air. But real life story has proven that with dogged commitment and unwavering determination, there's no goal any man or woman set for himself. People at first will tell you it cannot be done. People keep on saying nobody will run 1 mile under 4 minutes. The year somebody break 1 mile under 4 minutes, that record were broken 2 times. They are just waiting for the first man to do it. And you could be that man today. Since people tell you it cannot be done. God is still creating new way. New galaxies are being discovered. You can be a miracle yourself today. From you, you can become an inspiration for generations unborn. The natural people in the world are beginning to live in the realm we Christians are supposed to be living in. The realm where impossible does not exist. We keep on saying about what is not possible. Elon Musk, them are beginning to tell us that people can live more than 150 years or 2 because they created a machine that can do surgery better than human being that created them. So the word impossible, they're beginning to, the realm we are supposed to live, people are panicking today about artificial intelligence. What about spiritual intelligence? Bible says he that are born of the Spirit is like a wind. You don't know where it's coming. You don't know where it's going. But there's an intelligence that you are not seeing that controls him. So, people are discovering GPS. But before GPS was here, God will speak to Elijah and say, go to this place. And no road map. And a voice will be telling him, go left, go right, until he gets to the destination. It has always existed. But people are only finding it out now. So I'm asking those of you who have made commitment to the Lord Jesus Christ to begin to believe the word of God, that impossibility does not exist. And God has sent me in your generation to be able to be justified when he's going to judge you. Because you'll be saying things are difficult. God will tell you, you have master's degree. You'll be saying things are difficult. God will tell you, you went to school. This boy didn't go anywhere. He has nothing, but he believed my word and followed my principle. And this is what I'm able to do with him. I'm telling you, every one of you sitting here are more qualified to be successful than myself. The only difference is that you are not willing to take the action that I've taken. So you have plan. Psalm 37 verse 4 said, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desire of your heart. Don't panic. Plan. In a difficult situation, anything you call problem is opportunity. Chinese don't have crisis in their language. The word crisis in Chinese means opportunity. So while you are saying crisis, crisis, a Chinese is saying opportunity, opportunity. And that's why average Nigerian kneel down every morning and say, oh God, if you give me visa to America, everything I'm looking for has done. Just get me visa in England. And Chinese get up every day and India. Oh, if you send me to Nigeria, I will never ask you anything. If I can just come to Nigeria, I have arrived. They are seeing something you are not seeing. They are not interested going to America. Because that country is already fixed. The only maintenance they have. But here we still have bush where you can open and develop and build something. I hope you are not running ahead of me. Please still go back. Okay, I'll come back to take them. So let me run through this. Value, go back. Value system and integrity. I will break it down. These are prerequisites that require faith to believe in your vision. Vision is not a function of sight. It's a function of spirit, where you are going. Focus on the thing. When you have these 7 things, they will aggregate to become money. Okay, move on. Now, what is faith? I'm breaking them down. My mother introduced me to God and taught me that importance of prayer. Told me to believe in God and believe in myself. Luke 1:37, for with God nothing shall be impossible. That's faith. Move on. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can't or you can't, you are right, because it's your thinking. It's not anybody. It's what you believe is what you get. Because even as I'm speaking here, some people will tell me, is that how Elon Musk makes his money? You are not Elon Musk. So follow your own leadership. Success is not the amount of money you keep in the bank. Success is about the difficulties you overcome based on your background to where you are. There's no model or amount that somebody reach and you say becomes successful. But there is a model to show the obstacle you overcome to get to where you are. Move on. Vision and planning. Let me explain to it. Move into, I had, by the age of 15, after working for my uncle for 6 years, in 1976, he counted 200 naira and gave me. I went with my senior brother. And my senior brother said, let us go, leave this money. I asked him, I said, do you have anyone to give me? He says, no. So I said, why are you asking me to leave this? That's what many young people do. This little thing, what am I going to do with it? The principle I have learned from the word of God is do not neglect the beginning of a small things. I knew there's nothing big that did not come from small. And it's not who you are matter, but what you can become in the hand of God. I looked at my uncle and told him I served him, I worked for him, I never stole from him. I teach young people, live right so that you don't have any tragic memory. Live right so you have nothing to be afraid of. But when you don't live right, your confidence, you can't have confidence when you are not, when you are in error. It doesn't work like that. I looked at my uncle. I said, Uncle, I served you well. Why did you give me 200 naira? Even though we don't have any contractual agreement, the way we settle apprenticeship boy is that you give them a shop, pay for 2 years or 3, put merchandise and give them cash. Why did you give me 200 naira? He said, because I become a religious fanatic. I said, I was praying for the business to succeed. He said, go and pray, let your own succeed. Something fired in my spirit. And I told my uncle, I said, you can make a note. 5 years from today, 5. If you had who I am, your head will be spinning. I was 15. When I say it on his seat, he said, well, I know you'll be successful. I said, thank you very much. Because that's the blessing is what I need from you. And I told my senior brother, let us go. And we form a company called Madoka Brothers, because our son name is Madoka. But within 3 months, we differ in ideology. I have idea how to done. I've been taught principle on the word of God. Many people say prayer is the key. No. Jesus told Peter in Matthew 16:18, I will give you the keys, plural, no single. If we give you a bunch of keys of this auditorium, you can stay in one door for 2 hours if you don't know the correct key. I'll give you the keys. Whatever you unlock in heaven will be unlocked on the earth. Whatever you lock on earth here will be locked in heaven. If you don't have the key and you get to the door and start speaking in tongue, the key will tell you go and get the door will tell you go and get the key, because I do not succumb to tongue. I submit to the key. So prayer is a key, fasting is a key, love is a key, giving is a key. You need to forgiveness is a key. You need to find the right to approach each door. I go to church, I took 1 naira. My brother told me, you can't take 1 naira from our business money. 1 naira then is like $2. I said, Pius, you drank beer. I drank Coca-Cola. The 1 naira I put in off a percent for the beer you drank. He said, it's not ready for this logic. Let us separate. I jump up again. I said, God's word call for total separation from every unbelief. We parted way. I went back and I decided what I need to do. 5 years. I have 5 plans. What I want to do from 8 years, 10 years plan from 15, where I want to be by the time I am 25. I didn't have them in my head. I wrote them down. Because Habakkuk 2:20 said, if you have a vision, write it down. So I wrote down that by 18 years, I want to live in 3 bedrooms apartment of my own. That's the essence of plan. Because I wanted a wife by 20. The second thing in my list is that I wanted to take a lady to altar by the time I turned 20. The third thing that was in my list is that I think like none of you, so don't think like me. I don't want to be like you, so you don't need to be like me. Think as God gives you open mind to think, because you stop where your thinking stop. I wanted to have a son by the time I am 21. I want to buy a car at 23, and by 25 I want to be a millionaire. I did not have them in my head. I wrote them down. I didn't just write them down. I placed them on the wall of my bed. So it's like a ritual. Every night, after I pray, the last thing I look at before I sleep is those 5 things. to remind myself. Then I go to bed. I see myself carrying container. I see myself talking with Japanese. I see myself running a multinational organization. And then in the morning, I pray. After I pray, before I go out, I go back and look at those things to remind myself. Then I come out, you are talking to me. You think you are talking to ordinary person. I will take you and put you in these 5 things. If I don't see you corroborate for any of them to happen, I cut you off. And for me, you are a distraction. And people say, I'm too proud. I'm too arrogant. No, I have a vision. When you have a vision, you are close to a mad person. A man or a woman with vision live in prison of his vision. Your vision put you in prison. You know the problem many of us have here? Many of us watch too much Nigeria home movie. That's why some spirit come after us in the night with teeth. We are having nightmare because it's what you feed your soul that comes back to you. If you watch pornography, why would spirit not come and make love to you in the night? Bible says whatever is pure, whatever is honest, whatever is of good report, think on these things. The manufacturer already give you the recipe of how to keep your mind. Listen to me. Your mind is the field. If you sow roses, you will reap roses. If you don't sow anything, weeds will grow up on it. That's why Hosea 30 says, break up your fallow ground, sow to yourself, weed your ground, take all the weeds out. Because if you don't sow anything, it's not even a save. So the worst thing to do is nothing. You must take action every day of your life. Value and integrity will all come to trust is everything in life. The model of Japanese, I met them at a very early stage in my life. Before I turned 23, I learned from them. They don't read Bible like we read in Nigeria. Neither did they read Quran. Their Bible is letter of credit, and their prayer is money. I'm not saying it should be the right thing, but these people understand. Before the fundamentalists start committing suicide, Japanese has been killing themselves. A man I've gone to dinner with took his life. If they made a promise to you, keep it, they take their life. I introduced a Nigeria to get a supplier credit. And the central bank was not paying the money. That time they said documents does not match. The Nigeria told Japanese, but I can't kill myself. Japanese said, please kill yourself. Because that's the last. He said, because you promised. I didn't do business with the Nigerian government. Please kill yourself. You know what that means? A man I've gone to dinner with, his name is Mr. Machishita. During that time, he couldn't pay. He took his knife, they call it harakachi, and cut himself. After he had written a note and apologized to his suppliers that he let them down. Commitment. A Japanese is happy to hear that the roof of your house caved in, but you made payment commitment than to say, I couldn't pay. This language, I can't kill myself, is not the right attitude. You need to know that commitment is sacrosanct. And I'm going to take a question because you told me it cannot be done. I'm doing business also in Nigeria, but I keep commitment. And I regard myself as a man of integrity. You cannot earn money by all you work. You need to be credible. Let me run now. How many more time do I have? Give me time. Let us run. Okay. Young people, listen to me, because I talk to a lot of young people, and some of them tell me, if you give me 10 million naira, if you give me $10 million, I will create a company. I say, young man, you tell me you are an entrepreneur. The reason you are an entrepreneur is the ability to create capital. Capital don't fall from heaven. And one of them said, we have been over-mentored. We have been underfunded. I said, shut up. Where's the fund going to come from? Who is going to give you the fund? Take a job. Do some of what you do. Let us see. They've thought about saving here. That's the generation we live in it, irresponsible generation. This generation don't teach their children how to save. When we were growing up, saving is a prerequisite. My mother didn't taught me that. I open canned milk, break a small thing and be putting coins inside. December we break it. We buy box. You need to save. Saving culture is, I see the first time I get £1.10, the excitement, I saw it grow to £5. So I knew when I met my first $1,000 and I wanted 2. When he made 2, I wanted 10. There's excitement. But we live in a society where if children ask for 1,000 naira, their parents give them 3,000. You see a child that 8 years, you ask him, how much savings do you have? Because he understood his father and mother grow money. It's irresponsibility. It's not child delinquent, it's parental delinquent. Many parents are delinquent because they've not taught their children how to save. You need to start saving as a culture, as a child. You didn't need to be 20 years or 30 before you start saving because it's a struggling if it's not part of you. So, the first level of money, many of you have had it, is what we call credibility. Money is not the cash you have in the bank. If you are not credible, if people don't know who you are, cannot predict you and the life you live, you are as poor as church lat. And because you can't even explain the source of your money. So the first level of money is what we call credibility. The second level of money is what we call credible relationship. And I'm going to explain it if you haven't had it before. Credible relationship is that you don't have money, but you are friendly or have connection with somebody who has money. And that person is willing to avail his credibility to you. This is with no limit. You cannot imagine how much it could be. So I tell young people, don't be in a hurry to collect money from a wealthy man or a rich man. Any rich man that gives you money has cheated you. You didn't hear me? Any wealthy man that gives you cash has cheated you. What you need is access, not money. That you can call him, he picks your call. That you can call him, he returns your call. Don't take it for granted. Value it. Manage it. If you work for a wealthy man, he will be the first person that tell you, please send me your bill. If you have common sense, don't be in a hurry to send in the bill. He will insist you send in the bill. You tell him, look, you know, this relationship, what much more, this is the least I can do just to, you know, add small value to you. If he doesn't want your relationship, he will insist, please give me your bill. I want to pay you. So that if you call him tomorrow, he doesn't pick your call and he's not indebted to you. But if he accepts the thing you do without collecting money, door has been created. There's access already. He can feel obligated towards you because a gift actually is a distraction to a king. Oh, many of you don't know. People give me a Rolex watch. I'm not exaggerating. For 1 year, I never opened the packet because I'm busy. It's not the most important thing for me. From the age of 25, I told my wife we will not watch television in our house. My wife said, so what do we watch? I said, tell me which television is better than you. I watch you, you watch me. I am going to be 67 on December 24. Till today, I don't have CNN, I don't have Togbu TV, I don't have Arise, no television. I raised 5 children without television. My children tell me, this useless house, this useless house. This useless house has swimming pool. This useless house, indoor swimming pool, have long tennis court, have table tennis court, have basketball court, but it's useless because you want to profile me to be like other people. They've left my house. I went to see my first son the other day. His television is as big as this, your billboard. I said, son, you are making up for the lost day. If I ever come here, I ask you why this is on. You know I'm a useless man. But in that house, God gave it to me. And I have a responsibility how to keep it. Until today, so I can travel, stay in a hotel for 3 weeks, 1 month. I don't know where the remote control is. Everything must not be important to you. I don't know how much which is the Ronaldo, I don't know how much he earned. I don't know how much president. You can know all of that, but only ask yourself, what did he add to your life? You must choose what is important for you. It's not important to me. They will not share the money to me. I don't know how much their transfer fee is. I don't know how many Europe they win. It has no meaning to me. It has every meaning to you. So you need